Hello, everybody, and welcome back with another Valorant match. ECAC Week 2, Post-University Valorant versus Northeastern University here today. Looks like we had a little bit of a slight delay, but it looks like we're about to get into the match pretty soon here, as everyone is getting into lobby. Yep, and looks like, oh, yep, Meech will be here at coach today. We are running a player. I'm not sure if that's a bug on my end, if it's like the hidden Valorant thing. I know Bray has been playing with them. I don't know if it's a bug. Nope, it just looks like their name is player. Looks like the first map is going to be bind here. Let me just double check real quick. Yeah, it looks like player will be in today for post-university here instead of Bray. I'm not sure if it's a name change on one of the other players because I don't see them on the roster, but I'm gonna assume it was a recent name change. All right. Anyways, looks like bind is going to be the first map. Post will be on the attack side here, and Northeastern University will be on the defending side. And yep, we're going to jump right in now. Post did have a little bit of a rough match yesterday, but looking to bounce back here. I think the team they were playing yesterday was just really insane at the game. So we should see a pretty good bounce back from Post here. Looks like Mojo is going back to the Yoru that was being picked in their other ECAC match. Dissident will lock in this breach. SteveJobless going to be on the Astro, which we did see in both games yesterday on Ascent and Lotus. Goops maybe looking to lock in the new agent Vise. At least the hover for now for the stream, but we'll have to see if that gets locked in. And player is... oh, it just says player 2, so maybe that is Bray based on the KO hover here. I think it's just a bug on my end. Might be a bug on my end. Anyways, on the other side, it looks like a fade hover coming in here. Something that used to be picked a little bit on bind here or there. Hasn't seen a lot of play in recent times, but there are quite a few little cheeky eyes. There's one you can throw behind truck. It gets quite a good spot. It's very hard to shoot. And then obviously the fade bind being a very good pairing with something like a raise nade. You can kind of get the tether plus nade for a bunch of free kills. And it's going to be a Brimstone and Viper as well, so a double smokes comp, something that is pretty traditional in bind. It really was the first map that really did see double smoke start to happen. And they'll round that comp out with a Cypher here. And on the other side, the Vise did end up getting locked in here, so that's quite interesting. This is the first Vise that I have gotten to cast for. Haven't really seen much of it in general. Razorvine Shear. Yep, so their first ability, the Razorthorn one, is kind of like a molly, except it only really damages when you walk through it. So I think actually more like a Sage Slow that damages if you walk through it and makes noise. And it looks like a split here coming in for a post. So they're gonna play Showers control here. Mojo gonna flash forward. And not going to be able to find that kill here, and looks like the Showers fight is going to go the way of Northeastern. However, Showers players being pinched. I feel like Short has gone in favor of the post, but now the clock
last player standing.
Northeastern, and it's just
Spike
a
down.
Dissident will manage to find their first kill. First kill for post. Grab that orb as well, so some compensation here. So far, an explosive pistol, leaving Dissident with just 50 HP here. With 4 people around the bomb, there should be a wrap on the first round here. But we'll have to see if you can get a couple more kills. Maybe make some sort of a round out of it. Does make a little bit of noise, which I think was heard by Brimstone here. We should be very prepared for this. I think Viper will be first contact. Kermay does just get that out, but
30 seconds left.
And suddenly, with some low HP bars, this becomes a little bit more doable, but Eevee will shut that down before it happens. A good try from Dissident here. Pick up 3 kills, farm some ult points at least, but it is going to be a force-up round now for Northeastern off of that pistol win. So as I was saying before with Vise, for those who don't know, then their next ability, their Q is like, you place it kind of like a deadlock trap or like a cypher trip type of thing, and when somebody passes through it, it basically creates an unblockable wall that nobody else can go through for like a short duration. So it's good at cutting off executes. Very good defensive sentinel tool. Not as good as impact. Mojo's just gonna run right through Showers here and fight for the control, but with that raise nade, Mojo barely able to hang on. Just 5 HP, and now we're going to see some more scrapping over towards Short here. And, I mean, the guns are just so in favor of Northeastern. They've stopped the initial push, and with no picks being found,
right here,
chucked out from the Grim Molly here. It's going to be so difficult. We're supposed to potentially regress here. There's 5 HP on Mojo as well. 55 seconds now, he's down as it's some beautiful shooting from Mojo to find 2. And Eevee on the other side though will manage to collect 2 of their own, but Mojo has a gun here. The Guardian just 5 HP, so he's gonna toss it to Dissident. Get that Bulldog in there. Have to see Mojo
last player standing.
One more, and well, it was a valiant attempt from Post. They got a lot of these guns out. Still will be around for Northeastern. Much expected round for Northeastern. And they'll hang on to the 2 Guardians. The Post did put quite a bit of they are going to have to probably save into the next round to see those 2 Guardians. And now, between rounds here, we will go back to Vise. Their main ability, their like rechargeable ability, is basically like a flash that you place as like a cypher cam. So you can place it in like the same spots as a lot of cypher cam stuff, but it's just like a flash that you activate. So that's fun. A weird tool for like a sentinel. Tells you where people are, or it tells you if you flash people though. So pretty cool tool though defensively that can be used. It can also probably the best offensive tool that Vise has. And then the ultimate is just like a giant AoE disable primary gun ability. It's a little hard to explain. It's kind of like a harbor ult except instead of stunning people, it just disables their guns and it doesn't have to like hit you. You know, it like it doesn't cause. It's like the Harbor ult range, but disables disables guns. So pretty powerful when it is gotten, but I think it's 8 ult charges, which is quite a bit. Yeah, it is 8. Speaking of ult charges here, Dissident, 1 away from the Rolling Thunder here, and EV2 away from what's Fatal called again? Nightfall. Yeah, that's what it is. And it looks like we have a tech pause here. Yeah, it looks like a tech pause from Northeastern. Maybe a little bit of a DC issue here. Looks like everybody's moving now, so. Oh, maybe it's EV. Oh. EV now. Moving. Well, in the meantime, we will do the tech pause skin look through. Mist Balloon Knife. Haven't seen that before. Gravitational Uranium Neuroblaster. Oh, that was the... I don't even know what type that is. It's a fan, I know that. Viper Orb. Ooh, the Ion Vandal. And the RGX. That is the new Singularity Vandal. Also, that's pretty nice. Dissident re-getting that Singularity Vandal back. RGX Knife. Furonami Knife. And... Ooh, I don't know that Vandal skin. I have not seen it. Oh, and it looks like we're getting back into the round here.
Cutting through.
And it's gonna be another fight for Dallas control here. Ooh, a beautiful shot on that fade eye in the burst smoke. I like the idea of going for that fade eye. You get that catch out in the burn smoke. Obviously the burn smoke a little hard to see through, but does have some vision. So if you get the
off your feet.
There is the being used here from Dissident, but it's really just going to be a fake here.
Suppressing.
And just a walk through for speed, but they didn't really go very fast on the speed right here, so there's nobody on the speed there, but
Spike down B.
First kill. It should be a
Thorns down. Rip and tear.
Going the way of
Thorns
here.
down. Blinding crack. My blind is dead.
Rise utility kind of used on the setup here. Dissident in such a good position to get a start here, but the engine here on the fight. Dissident's gonna clean up too. Mojo found one as well. Things swinging the way of post here. 2v3 right now, and looking for a flash there, and a lot of in shooting. Does manage to take Dissident out, but Mojo has such a beautiful line and the shot's not landing.
Last player
Does
standing.
manage to find one. It's coming down to a 1v1. No time left though.
Blasting them.
So it should be a pretty free round here for SteveJobless, who will clutch it up. I think he's gonna go down to the spike here. So although posts do get the round, I think they're a little bit low on cash here. Do have enough to force up, so they are going to have guns this round.
Should I play some stars in this reality?
First rifle round here. Some light shields coming through. Oh, Mojo with a judge. I think we all know what's coming here. Yoru, judge, ult available. And I see Cypher being targeted in the near future.
Back soon. I'll handle this.
Here we go, the dimensional drift is gonna come through, and I see Stun Viper and a Judge and a gun pickup and a TP out and a Viper all alone as this site gets taken.
Toxin screen down.
Just gonna chill in here.
Spike planted.
Dissident not checking the corner there, so that's gonna be a free kill gifted over. Now it does look like the first contact will be from KO here.
Nightmare
The
take
Nightmare used, but doesn't catch KO, so he's gonna be able to get audio what's going on here. And no tether here. It went unchecked completely. It's gonna come down to a
Last
TP
player
now, but
standing.
SteveJobless not ready for that fight. It seems.
Buddy out.
And Hannah will use the Raise Rocket, find that
Toxin
kill,
screen
and
down.
3 kills on the round. It does look like SteveJobless
Spike
had a little
defused.
bit of a disconnect there, unfortunately. Bad timing on that. We're going to be going into another tech pause here. And I mean, I like the idea from Post there using the Yoru ult effectively like that. Did manage to get that opening look. Unfortunately, a couple corners not checked, and then with the DC, an oh so difficult situation. And honestly, I think Post could have had that round if not for that, but they are going to be on low buys now, which is a little bit of a struggle being down 3-1 already. And ult economy in the favor of Northeastern right now, as they have just one away from the Neural Theft. Brimstone already having their ult, and then the Viper's Pit just 4 away. Meanwhile, everything kind of at most like 3 away, 4 away, some 5 away for Post. Won't be getting any access to those ults this round. Not that they would probably use them, being down econ here. But yeah, they might be able to get stuff like the Astral Wall maybe up for next round if they can grab an orb onto SteveJobless, and then that kill or death would get that ult available. But they honestly might just find more value kind of farming that orb for Dissident on that breach, the Rolling Thunder. Probably their best ultimate to farm, generally speaking. Yeah, it's pretty much that, and the Yor ult can find some value with some of the plays that they do, the creativity. Unfortunately, they did show what that Yor ult, or what they're willing to do with that Yor ult very, very early into this half, and it didn't happen to pay off, unfortunately. So I assume Northeastern will be more aware of that when the next Yor ult comes around. It's a little bit tragic, but generally speaking, Bind a little bit more defensive sided than attacking sided. So it looks like we are having another brawl here at Showers. Mojo will be fine, but just having the sheriffs here, Dissident will get that ult.
Time to jump. Fake teleport.
Launching
And
Thorns.
manages to find
Thorns act.
an early kill, looking towards short. And wow, a beautiful shot through the wall here as Hannah is looking for more, trying to farm these eco frags here. SteveJobless gonna manage to escape. And Dissident, though, on low HP, is just gonna chill over towards Showers. And Evie manages to find that kill.
One enemy
Job is
remaining.
gonna go down to a triple kill for Hannah, who's farming up 3 orbs already.
Not ready yet.
To, that ult and
Shame.
oh my god! Goops just gonna right click. On 11 HP, gonna find the kill there, so...
Well,
10 seconds left.
Hannah will find a 4 hit on the run. Yeah, no worries there for Northeastern on that round. Could get maybe a little dicey towards the end, but Post will be back on buys now. Ooh, they have the Vise ult available. I have not actually gotten a chance to see this ult, but again, disables guns, so seems like it could only be strong. Looks like Poster just gonna push over towards B, and yeah, what a time to hit central site here. Especially if they get their guns, but maybe they'll try and save it for oh, I see Thomas getting caught by that tripwire here, and well, the plant does go down successfully.
Adapt or die!
Oh, gonna disable. And now we should see Post look for a fight here while all the guns are disabled. And yeah, just one massacre. The pistol's not gonna be able to do anything, and good job using that aggressively on this Post plant. Now the guns finally available, but too little too late. Mojo finds a 4K, and just a beautiful layer of abilities there. Using the breach utility combined with the disabling on the guns, basically made it a anti-eco round there, and able to find those kills. So very, very powerful ult. First time I've seen it actually used, but it really felt like they were just kind of sitting ducks once that happened. I think it finds a lot more value using it in like a post plant scenario than to take a site, just because you can hit
Cutting through.
every target.
I'll handle this.
4v5 site hold looking very easy, and Mojo gonna use that ult. Yeah, they're just all grouped up.
I'm back.
Beautiful flash here, and
Killed this
Mojo
site.
full confidence finds 2.
Fake teleport.
Wants to close out this round early
Spike
here.
planted.
Now it's a 3v5 situation here, and Mojo's looking for clone. Maybe a flash. Doesn't want to peek out yet. Ooh, that flash from Dissident not hitting that. Oh, but that one, and I think it hit Mojo as well, and yeah, they're just playing their time. This man to come in and find 1 kill here, but remember he's asking.
Last player standing.
Oh, what a beautiful combo of utility there. They used the Vise wall, so when someone walked through and it activated, they just used the aftershock from Dissident's breach, and they couldn't walk back, so it kind of like forced them into this awkward like situation where they had to like go forward into guns or just die to the breach aftershock, and they died to that
Right there.
aftershock. So
Right there.
wow, that was a cool little thing of utility, because normally your like initial reaction to seeing the aftershock was probably to back off in a safe direction, so then you go to back off and suddenly you're stuck against a wall. Now the aftershock's already ticking, and quite a little unique look here. I am liking how they are using the Vise so far. Seems like it's a little bit they've had a little bit of prep time with it, and I'm surprised maybe that they haven't
Right
rolled it
there.
out before this, but maybe it's something that they just recently got comfortable with. And it looks like we are in another tech pause here, so let's see. Taking a look at the econ, it looks like Northeastern. Not a whole lot of money here, so there's going to be a Bucky, a few sheriffs, stuff like that. They do have a lot of ult econ, so they could make this round a little bit dangerous if they get a couple kills with those sheriffs. Ray's Rocket, very good at killing things.
Right there.
Brimstone ult, quite good at killing things, situationally. Cypher ult, not as good at killing things.
Right there.
But does give a lot of information, so all very useful ults, especially with the Viper's Pit, only a couple away as well. I think if they take a couple guns, it might be worth trying to invest in this round, especially if they can recover those guns. Meanwhile, on the other side, I'm unsure if we will end up seeing a Rolling Thunder come out from Dissident here. They might try and keep it because they are into an eco buy. Maybe an Astra Wall invest just because it hasn't been used yet. Put it off cooldown. Make it a little bit easier to limit the angles when peeking through these sites, so there's no cheeky shotgun situations that occur, or at least minimize the amount that occur. But yeah, so far, I mean, Mojo doing a really, really good job here, fragging out kind of the tip of the spear for this team right now. Dissident being a very good pairing with that breach, usually using that utility to enable Mojo, but also finding shots of their own. And it looks like we are back into the round. It's going to be a B split here. Everything for Cypher set up into Hoop. Gonna kind of ruin Cypher's plans a little bit here. And it looks like there's a fight on the other side here. Tail managed to find that kill, and Cypher did manage to find one kill onto SteveJobless here. But now it's the lone person holding through. Will Mojo check this angle? Coming through, yep. The trip doesn't even matter. Beautiful patience there from Post. And now the rotates come through.
Toxin screen down.
Spike planted.
Should be free farming here. No need to be over aggressive. Can just kind of hold their positions, but they're gonna make sure this elbow area is clear. They're just gonna
One enemy remaining.
You can't see my face right now, but just know
around.
I'm smiling.
And now, with that, everything's all tied up. Post going on a little bit of a run here. 3 rounds going to be picked up, and now a timeout from Mojo as well. I don't think there's a DC, so yeah, it is just a regular tactical timeout instead of a tech pause here. And I'm curious what they're cooking up here. Generally speaking, you normally see tac pauses used on rounds lost or to kind of break momentum, stuff like that. Very rarely do you see tactical pauses being used when you are stringing together rounds like this. So a little bit curious about that, but maybe there's something specific that is being cooked up here. Do have 3 ults available. That KO could be very useful this round. Again, could just disable entire site's utility. Man, what a combo that would be if they get the KO and the Visal up at the same time. You disable the utility, you disable the guns. They have pistols, no utility. That would be quite the possibility here. And Hannah did use the rocket apparently, so doesn't have that now.
You want to fight it?
And they are just going to drop a lot of these ults in to take this site here, get control little bit of fighting coming through, and Brimstone got that onto Dissident, so now that's 2 kills.
Spike planted.
Going the way of trying to make that a 3rd here, but
Bring me the arsenal!
back with a favorite gun here and manages to get out of dodge here. And that ult's gonna stall so much time for them.
Flash placed.
It's gonna be such a difficult task here. Now the gun's back up, the Viper's orb being used. And they're not gonna bite on that initial bomb tap here.
One enemy remaining.
And it's all down to good flank through showers, but unfortunately, proposed they're not going to be able to win that round, and a little bit of an unfortunate situation there. They invested 4 ults into the round? Yeah, four ults into the round there. The initial KO ult and the Astral ult to get kind of control. They took the fight towards U-Haul. But unfortunately, Dissident used the Rolling Thunder. I think even stunned up, Brimstone managed to find that kill, find the initial kill onto KO, and despite all that, Post do have plenty of econ to buy guns, so shouldn't be that big of a deal, but I don't know. Not having or losing a round where you use 4 ults is definitely a little bit painful. They haven't really been able to kill the Cypher trip. They've been... I don't know if they got... I think it did get taken out there. Yep. They will successfully take out the Cypher trip, successfully get this Cypher free, and the way Northeastern are playing, they're playing so far back on B that it is supported by the entire region scenario. See how aggressively it's all gonna come down here. It's a little bit difficult, but Dissident will just flash through and make it a little bit easier. However, everyone just suddenly falls, and suddenly Dissident's all alone. Oh, did get quite a few tags there, but the no shot here. They're gonna go down to Hannah. Everybody died so fast onto site there. Don't know entirely what happened, and then unfortunately, Dissident, I think, found 2 or 3 people with the stun, but they were a little bit behind that area towards default there on B site, and then there was a raise nade coming in that Dissident would not be able to survive, had to back off. Brimstone ult came through, and the rest is history. Post, you still have a buy here.
Don't get in my way!
Viper's still going to be used early towards B, and we'll see if this deters Post, but not sure how worried about it they seem to be. They're just going to chill for a minute, and then they are going to start walking it back towards A here. Mojo still checking out B.
Time to jump.
Maybe looking for a TP into their spawn in a little bit, but that could be so dangerous if it gets spotted out. But now Post are working all the way up. Oh, Mojo doesn't have the gun out, but it doesn't matter.
Spike down A.
Over the spike goes down over towards A here, as they have the sight, but no spike. Got through. Evie manages to find one. Gunfight's going back and forth. It's going to be a fight for the spike near shower.
Here we go.
Here, and going to look to
30 seconds left.
clear out the area.
Last player
Having to
standing.
fight 2, and
Spike down A.
Kermay just finds both. And Mojo gets taken out by Evie.
Last round in the half.
Just an unfortunate
Spend your money now.
situation with the
There's
spike
no
going down in
bank in
showers. They just had control of the site, but no bomb to plant. And Post have enough of a buy in this round for the last round. To be honest, even if this round doesn't go
I need
their
a drop.
way,
Thanks.
Being down 4 to 8 at the half, not the worst case scenario, especially when you have the defensive half coming through next. Looks like
I'll return. I'll handle this.
Mojo going to use this ult again, and the last time this pretty much guaranteed them the site, and
I'm back.
Mojo gonna just check through here, and yeah, it's gonna be another 5v5 retake situation. Available.
Fake teleport.
This thing.
Cutting through.
And I think it is just gonna be another absolute brawl back here.
Decoy.
I really like to put up on this post point here.
Cut down or die!
And yep, Ray's rocket used to not sure how long that lasts. Yep, they do have the guns back online now. Mojo gonna be facing the world there.
Everyone hiding.
One trade, so it's not the worst thing in the world, especially as this bomb's ticking down and Noob manages to find that first kill.
Last player standing. One enemy remaining.
Everybody dies. Everybody comes through elbow, and it's just SteveJobless to find them
Switching
all.
sides.
In a blink of an
My
eye,
people
that
ain't
round
ready.
will go the way of
You
post.
must cultivate a sense of
7-5, a relatively even half here as we go into the pistol round. Curious to see what this defense will look like here for post. Most curious, honestly, to see
Launching
what
thorn.
here
Retrieving thorn
on
trap.
the Vibe.
Rip and tear.
Let's see. Okay, so a couple of thorn traps, no wall this round. Doesn't have
There.
the
There.
flash planted yet. That's a little surprising. I feel like that's one of the ones that doesn't really have a cost to actually planting it, so Mojo gonna shoot that out. Dissident has such a good position here. Oh, and manages to find one
Spike
of
down
the two.
A.
Mojo
Cutting
got
through.
the orb, I believe. Nice little flash there. Good one-for-one trade there overall. This pistol is being played so slowly here. Cypher lurking on the other side. I'm a little bit curious how this goes here as he does see the thorn trap but managed to go through and Goops not ready for that. Now the sight take.
Covering it.
And yep, they are just gonna send a TP over off of that lurk there. The one problem with Vise's thorns is they're not trips. They don't indicate where if the enemy is near them.
Spike
Killed
planted.
this side.
Shot from Mojo, knows that there's a planter on default as well.
Last player
Not quite
standing.
landing though. It's gonna come down to SteveJobless, and Hermage is so good with that ghost there. A triple kill. And a second pistol round now, going over to Northeastern. On what I call a relatively even match overall. I think honestly things feel very similar in the firepower department, in the strats department. Just a couple things not getting in the way of posts, making a little bit of a difference here. Especially when you lose that pistol round in the half, it does make things difficult to come out on top for the half. That flash coming through, but shot's not quite
Time to jump.
landing there. Remember, the last time posts were on the eco round, or the second round, when Northeastern had the force, they made it very, very expensive. We'll see if they can do something similar again. And it's going to be a lot of noise being heard from Goops here over towards Belong. Oh, and it's just Hannah who's over here. Get out of dodge though. They are gonna actually take the fight, and I'm a little bit surprised. I guess they had nobody there for it really. The plant comes through, and it's gonna be a 5v4 here. Look at as Mojo will go down on that flank here. Very interesting situation because Post already sort of have control of the site, but unfortunately, ooh, the timing there going
Blinding!
Ham and
Last player standing.
Dissident gonna go down as well, and KO all alone. And you do. Time ticking down. Probably the bomb. I don't know about burning a flash there at the end. A little bit of utility wasted, but this is what it is.
If any of you die, I lose a bet with
still be able
Bruce,
to
so don't embarrass me like that, please.
full buy here. Have utility. Ooh, on a bulldog actually. So maybe maybe not worth using the flash there, but have to see how it pays out. Bulldog can still do quite a bit of damage, especially when the other side has Guardians, Reflectors, one Vandal in play. And it's curious because for Post, a team that lost their fire control so often, I'm gonna choose for you. Let's give it up here. No contest. And they do have Vice here as well.
Flashing!
Flash comes through and the only
activated.
Sentinels that can do that, the Thorns to get away.
Thorns activated.
Wasn't sure how that setup was gonna
Retrieving
work,
flash.
but does manage to retrieve the flash as well. I don't think they had the wall this round. Oh, and SteveJobless is gonna get taken out on the lurk as well. Now, Mojo gonna have to be the hero. Find all three!
Spike down B.
Mojo, are you kidding me? Just completely takes out the rotate there. What kind of flick was that? Dissident will close out the round, but Mojo is the hero. Oh my god. Patiently waiting for the first. The second one spots him out, wins the gun duel, flicks to the first one, and then cuts it all the way back to Viper. And man, I wish I could get a replay on that one. That was incredible.
That goes there.
I mean, with that, Mojo getting to 19 kills
Time to jump.
early could be looking at potentially a 30 bomb situation, but now looks like we're gonna see a another look a little bit more towards A here, and another free or retrieved. They did move this over towards A. I think they like that setup a little bit better. Mojo's gonna spot out the alert.
I'm back.
And
right.
Mojo's just gonna find that kill, teleport right out. It's gonna work. Fast look here, straight into the Vice utility. Goops only managing to find one more scenario, but KO's gonna go down to Kume as
Spike
well.
planted.
Looking at a 3v3 off of that situation. And not the worst in the world. Viper, no snake fights available either, so not as much of a ability to stall. They are just gonna realize that everyone's playing very, very distracted. Unfortunately,
One enemy remaining.
We got 5. That's bingo.
Northeastern will grab that round. Seems like nobody was ready for any sort of a short piece coming through there. That's really what did them in. Northeastern gonna get to double digits here now. Post still a lot of rifles here. Going to invest into this round. I don't want to lose it. Lose this round, it could be very detrimental with how much they invested in Mojo. Just gonna get that information and back off for now. Peek a little bit more. Trying to fire maybe a little bit here. Close that this is so dangerous. No flashing yet. Mojo playing around with his ability a little bit. And unfortunately they're ahead of the flash and they just find the hole there, and Dissident manages to get one back, but that's a whole site take on the other side of the map. It looks like there's a
Spike planted.
kill onto Goops.
Shutting them down. There.
KO has just a sheriff here, so this is going to be a very difficult situation. Especially if SteveJobless has just a stinger. 3 rifles are already gone for them that they invested.
Last player standing.
Concealment!
Make that up to just SteveJobless here, and maybe it's an impossible task, and Nano won't even give it a chance of triple kill for them.
No worries, Charlie. No worries.
Now, post Slack, much of a buy here, unfortunately.
I got enough time to go into the astral form.
They're debating on buying a little bit into this round, or some mixed buys. I'm not really sure. The lone rifle, I guess, for KO, maybe hoping for some sort of magic here. Oh, never mind. Gets sold. And it's just some sheriffs, so a round that should go to Northeastern, should put them on map point here if they win it. Post. To grab 6 rounds in a row. Northeastern just taking their time once again, having the Cypher lurk towards B. Surprised Post hasn't looked to punish it besides the one round with Mojo using the ults. Cypher consistently just sitting over towards this B side at the beginning of rounds. Oh, and Mojo punished it. Mojo did have to team
Face your
down there, and KO gonna go down as well, so 3 already taken away.
Spike planted.
Mojo gonna need some incredible here. Not quite able to find it. On the other side, Goops will be on a little bit of a flank here.
Not ready yet.
Does have that gun available.
Retrieving flash.
I think they're giving away that they're in showers, and that Fade Eye will confirm.
Last player
And
standing.
it's all down to Mojo.
You're done.
One shot lands. What can you show us here? You've
Cutting
already shown us
through.
some incredible stuff, but I think this one may be too tall of a task here.
Fake teleport.
Yeah, all 3 swing at once. That is going to be map point here for
Match
Northeastern.
point.
As they look to take the first game in the series right now, Post would have to run 6 full rounds back. A string that we haven't seen anywhere in this map from either team. Just 3 rounds at most at a time. Post looking to set up very far back on this A site here. But it is going to be a B hit anyways. Mojo going to be peeking out. No TP. Peeking into multiple, and that's a little tough here. Because it's just Goops.
Thorns activated. Bring me the wall trick. Flashing.
Good hit. And the Goops is still here. And the
Blind
flash.
and dead.
Goops will find one. We managed to stall out this push. But now the guns are going to be back online. So
Headshot.
Dissident's going to find a beautiful shot there, but a couple of TPs come through, and it's going to be kicking it right back over towards this A site here. where they will get this plant. They do have the rolling thunder
Spike
available.
planted.
Does get used very early here. I think it was an attempt to stop the plant from happening.
Flash out!
Does not.
Blinding!
Blind there. Doesn't have anybody, but Dissident will manage to find a kill.
Prepare for hellfire!
One enemy remaining.
Down to a 1v2. Some 30 HP here for Brim. Time ticking down though, and somebody's gonna have to tap the bomb, no? And SteveJobless finds it through the smoke. And a somewhat scary situation here, but Post will manage to hang on. And now, I mean, Post do manage to scrap together a full buy yet again. Extra economy not really gonna matter that much for them, as it's pretty much a do or die all the way through from here. I think the big thing is getting through the ults for Northeastern if they want a chance.
I'll handle this.
So far, nothing of huge danger is up. Treasure pit could potentially be dangerous.
I'm back.
Oh, Mojo, not going to be able to find that kill.
exactly where you
It's just going to give up the Cypher ult as well, but SteveJobless did manage to find
Retrieving flash.
a little bit of a kill there, and
Thorns are alive.
now Kurame having a nice little lurk through, and just looking to take some space here, but unfortunately gonna lose on that timing there. It's gonna be an A hit. It's gonna be down to just
Welcome
lone
to
solo
my
there on
world.
this site. The Vikings get our dues.
Spike
Who
planted.
had the crosshair on the head. Just a little bit of a hesitate there. Unfortunately, didn't know, because doesn't have X-ray vision, of course, but now it's gonna come through, and
Last
managed to
player
find one, but
standing.
not the Viper, so the pit will stay up. And it's 1v3 Vipers for SteveJobless. Trying to kill through the smoke last time, but unable to do
Attackers
anything
win.
here. Post will drop the first map. Northeastern will go up 1. And for a while, it was kind of a back and forth map here. That I think really just came down to a couple rounds. It helped that both pistols were won by Northeastern, which is pretty much like a bonus 4 rounds. Besides that, you take away those rounds and it's like 9-7. And I mean, like on like the actual rifle rounds and stuff like that. So it was pretty close overall. Just unfortunately, a few rounds not going the way of Post. Some people being left alive. Stuff like that. If they can clean up maybe a pistol or two into this next game, I'm pretty confident that they could maybe bring us to a third game. But as is right now, we're going to cut to a little bit of a break here. We'll be back in just a moment. Alrighty, welcome back everybody. Think we are still just a couple minutes from the game time here. So far, post down 1 here to Northeastern. Looks like Haven is going to be the second map coming through here. I believe this was the map that post won last week. Who are they playing? But they ended up winning it last week. It was versus a very, very tough opponent. It wasn't Wright State. It was the one after that, I believe. It was Stockton. Yep. So Stockton University, they played the this map in their opening game, ended up winning it. Stockton having a very, very, very high ranked team, at least in terms of personal ranks on the ladder. Was a very close series for post. But yeah, this was the map that they took. They showed a lot of good things on this map, so we'll have to see if maybe they can show that again and bring us to map 3 here. I think, honestly, despite the 13-7 scoreline, I think that game was pretty close on the individual rounds themselves. Even the rounds that Post lost were generally pretty close rounds there. Again, going down 2 pistols doesn't help. It does put a lot of space in that scoreline, so I want to see maybe some cleaner pistols coming through here. Just a few cleaner rounds. I think they were keeping up on the firepower side of things, and generally with the strategic side of things as well. Looks like most of the people are in the lobby and ready to go. Just waiting on the post ready check here. Yep, so we are just waiting on one player. Post will be starting on this attack side here, so hopefully we'll see a little bit of an explosive attack half. When we did see it versus Stockton, they were very, very explosive in the early stages of the rounds. I believe they did a pistol round strategy where they ran through B site, took the fight towards B, then like basically flipped it over towards the A site through a link. Kind of just flipped that site on its head coming through the back way there, and won that pistol round. But yeah, so let's see. What did they play last time? I think they actually had I think Kevin Bittner was playing instead of SteveJobless in that series. So roles might be a little bit different, but I know it was Mojo running a Yoru look. I think Dissident was on Reyna. Dissident was on Reyna. Bray, who I have confirmed, I don't know what the situation is on the client side of things, but the person listed as KO or player or whatever it's been throughout the series is Bray. But yeah, all right, we're gonna get into game here. So let's see what gets picked here, and Yep, it's going to be that KO for Bray. Dissident's going to be on the Jet. Mojo's going to be on Sova by the looks of it. So, very different look to what we saw them on Haven last time. And, yep, going to be a Clove lock-in for SteveJobless here. I think that's the first Clove we've seen from them. I believe Goops played the Clove for them in their first series. And I assume we're going to see maybe another Vise look here from Goops. Because Goops normally not the Sentinel player, did play Vise last game, so it might be more of an agent unique thing here. Could just be end up being a Cypher lock anyways. Meanwhile, on the other side, matching the Jet, matching the Sova. Gonna be a breach from Kurme. So they are pivoting away from double smokes, which does make a lot of sense for Haven. Generally not as popularized to go with double smokes there. Omen going to come through here, and Killjoy. And ooh, it is actually a Cypher for Goops. Very interesting. I think this is the third Cypher player we've seen on this roster this year. It was Bray in the first series. We've seen Kevin Bittner on it. We've now seen Goops on it. So Cyphers all around here. I personally am a big fan of Killjoy on this map because of some of the stuff you can do towards you can kind of just take control of that whole site on retake with the Killjoy ult. Makes it very, very difficult. However, Cypher does have a lot of benefits as well. Being able to spread out that utility is really useful on a very wide map like this, where there's a lot of very long rotates. There's 3 sites, so you can just kind of throw Cypher trips wherever and call it a day. You can sort of do a similar thing with Killjoy, but you do kind of have to be sort of near the radius of it, which does limit the Killjoy's movement a little bit, or you kind of have some trade-offs of situations where you want to keep the utility up or not. Meanwhile, hosts are going to look early for... Ooh, and double spot out. Did notice that Frost here does find the headshot, but unfortunately not enough damage. Mojo will manage to clean it up though, but there's a lot of life here, and more fighting coming in as Bray will look up towards B, but he's going to get out of dodge there, and I think cover going out. Spot out onto Goops there. Just a little jump peek. Gonna grab orb. See where this can find value here. There's the Killjoy turret, but that's about it. The Omen blind is going to be used very early here. Rotate's still on point there, but they're holding the site quite well right now.
1 enemy remaining.
I don't think it's going to matter. Reinforcements not needed. As poor Oro and Laria will find those kills. And yeah, it is going to be another pistol going the way of Northeastern, their 3rd pistol of the series. Another kind of Guardian Spectre Marshal here for so that's very interesting. This gun in a little bit of a weird spot since the Outlaw came out. Or I guess the Outlaw's in a weird spot. But a little bit of debate which one is actually better for its econ. They are going to go for a usual pistol trap.
1 enemy remaining.
On their second round. Did get one, but just absolutely farmed there by the Spectres. So, yeah, a few kills going over to Evie there. Gonna stack that Silva ult quite fast. And generally it is very good when you can get a lot of kills onto one person in the early rounds, because it does let you get very, very early.
Placing swarm grenade.
Expensive ults. or even the less expensive ones, but just getting those online early can be a very big game changer in round 3, round 4, sometimes round
Deploying
5.
drone.
Can really snowball a half, so 3 kills onto a Sova. Very, very
Shock down.
powerful. Shock there gonna come through. Mojo's gonna shoot the turret.
Revealing area.
It's just going to be a good old hit here. It's gonna come through and get shut down there. Wow, the gunfight's just going through Northeastern right now as Goops will
Cage,
get back up
no
to
more
full
charges
HP.
left.
Was just decayed. I think that decay might have actually come from SteveJobless, because I don't think there's a decay on the other side.
Last player standing.
Anna's just on the flank. And
Spike's here.
no shot here for Post, but that's
Gun
gonna be
here.
3 rounds early to Northeastern. Now Post gonna be on a save again. Yeah, I think it was a little bit unfortunate. I'm not sure if the oh, what is that ability called? Metal. The metal hit more than just goops there. Ooh, and a early. Hannah gonna take an early challenge. Gonna walk right out. Not gonna want to play their life, but Evie on the other side. Find one of those kills. And share from Mojo will ring through here, but just 5 HP now.
Dropping
Away
smokes.
here. Honestly, the way that things are going, it seems like Post should get the site here. Gonna use a little bit of on the site. It's already been given for the most part. Now we have a bit of a setup here. SteveJobless gonna be in trouble there.
Last player standing.
Very clean retake coming through here. Expected versus the less powerful guns on that eco, but a little bit of damage done.
Oh, no, you don't deserve. Gun here.
Okay.
Gun here. Remember, your weapon is only a tool. You can't just shoot.
It's on still
You have to
very
think.
high for Northeastern. They should have a couple losses of revives regardless. People already coming close to capping out.
Alarm bot out.
Now, most importantly, the operator online for Hannah. Just gonna post up
Need a
towards
drop.
A again. These posts are just gonna look to avoid A on this round. Maybe not. They're spreading out.
Lock in sight.
Around. They're just gonna do the early A setup to maybe give some question marks there, and then kind of walk away. Maybe leave a lurker or two to kind of watch for some sort of a push up. Nothing there so far. Dissident just gonna be checking through these angles, going through their progressions. He's gonna be greeted by
Lock in sight.
so do I turn. Oh, it's still gonna get spotted out. Don't know if we're noticing the crosshair. Meanwhile, SteveJobless gonna go down on the opposite side of the map, which is tough for Clove because you can still smoke while dead, but it's a very limited range here. Dissident having a nice creep through here.
Nowhere to run!
Someone being used here. To find anybody, but Dissident will catch Kermit leaving, but Hannah is ready to check the op already there. And another shot fired.
30 seconds left.
It's going to be a quick rotate from Goops and Bray, recognizing that, hey, that operator was over towards A at the beginning of the round. But the rotates had to have come through. They'll at least be able to get a plant by the way things are going, but it'll be like a 3v4 retake, so.
Spike planted.
Does come through at least here. Looks like Goops is going to be the one who's going to have to take first contact here. And they're going to come through.
Last player standing.
Did spot Bray. Won't manage to find anything, and a 5th round now for Northeastern. This game starting to snowball a little bit out of control here. unfortunate for Post, but we're not quite prepared for that operator. Hannah finding 3 kills with that. And it's going to be a quick timeout here for Mojo and the rest of Post as they look to try and figure out some sort of a plan here. I am them. Jet has been playing A. Jet will be a problem with the operator. So we either have to flash out the operator, which we do have the flashes to do so, with Bray having that KO flash. But then you have to actually be able to take the A site too. Even when they've taken the A site, it's been difficult on the retake. They do have 4. Ooh, no, that's 4 ults for Northeastern here. Maybe you just look for some early mid control, kind of force people to maybe give up some of the areas on their sites, maybe slowly walk it through something like garage or C. Maybe use a closed smoke to smoke off that turret instead and just kind of walk right through. It doesn't seem like they're watching garage really well. They're just kind of putting the Killjoy turret there, so if they don't hear the audio cue, they just walk straight through garage, have a play there. And yep, that op is going to be towards A, so I think they should stray away from that. Yeah, it does look like they are going to take that early mid control. They're actually just going to run it straight up. No worry. Wow. E-site left wide open here. Confident in the retake here. Stevie with the Hunter's Fury. Gonna find quite a bit of damage. Couple of frags here, but Clint is now in. Feels spot on Dissident, but
Enemy
beautiful shooting there. Finds one head. Almost finds another, but the kill barrel being used now, so they are gonna have to maybe look to fight through here. Or to give up the site. And SteveJobless and Dissident both go down, and shooting there. Bray will keep down the I'm not sure if it got halved or not here. Yeah, Post not in a horrible situation. Didn't get halved.
Last player standing.
It's all down to Kerme, and Post will hold out even with some worse guns here. There manages to help him grab that site. It did help that it was initially wide open, and then being able to find a couple picks from that angle, even when spotted, taking at the
I need a drop.
Very valuable. And Hannah, however, able to purchase another op here. So we'll see if there is.
Get out of my way!
Here. And it was just some beautiful shooting at the end by, I think it was Goops that found a triple kill. Oh, the knife!
Here.
Not quite landing for Dissident. Big opportunity missed there. And they are just going to walk over and shoot it again. I mean, why not? It's left wide open. The Killjoy was invested last round. Don't have it this round, and that's really their best shot at getting through this. And Dissident maybe going to over push a little bit there. Going to get taken out. The big thing is, how will this garage situation come through? Mojo managed to find a kill out on the other side.
God, you're fun!
Kills
My
going
turn.
back and forth. Close.
Last player standing.
Evie manages to find that kill, and it's all down to Goops. Got the kills last time. We'll see if they can get it this time. And the Bulldog not quite landing. Kerme finds that kill. And it is another round here. Going over to Northeastern. Post in not the worst econ situation. They do have potentially 3 guns, a couple of half buys. It does look like they are going to force into the round here. KO ult available, so maybe
Here.
Honestly, with the KO, maybe you just look and you just take C that has the Killjoy utility, you disable it. Honestly, I don't think that site is too hard to
Swarm grenade.
once the Kodo utility is kind of down, but it
Kill
looks like I'm just gonna look for another mid situation.
You are powerless.
They're just running right through the B side again. Northeastern are just going to say, hey, we're gonna try and play retake again through this. Mojo gonna kill that turret now, and ooh, there's just a walk up on the flank here from the C players, and maybe Post will be aware of this, knowing that there's
Right here.
a situation right now where they have garage control, and I think that trip is what's holding them back. They are just running around it right now, and metal being fired, the trip now gets broken, so we'll see if Post is aware of that. It's just going to be an absolute flood coming through here, and Post down to just 2 people, 2v3. Don't have the bomb planted more than
I know it.
One enemy remaining.
last one on the bomb. It's going to be so close, and Evie will find the clutch. Heartbreak for Post. They almost made it work out. It was a good try. They found all the kills at least, but that econ's still pretty much fine here for Northeastern. They'll get full buys. They'll still have a little bit of econ to back them up. Probably another buy after this, even if they lose. And meanwhile, your Post, a Bulldog, a Sheriff, like, you're barely scraping along buys as it is, so lose that round. Heartbreaking. And Post, I'm gonna say, hey, you're not playing the B-side today. We're gonna punish this. And once again, Post just gonna have access to the site. And Dissident Sheriff, the old reliable, comes through. Mojo finds another kill. Sometimes it feels like Dissident finds more kills with a Sheriff than anything else.
Spike
It's
planted.
just so absurd. Not that his other shooting is not finding kills or anything, but somehow it seems like every time he has a Sheriff, he's getting a kill. He's getting 2 sometimes. Now has a rifle in hand and a great opportunity here. The timing's so perfect. Dissident finds 2 of them. Makes it a 1v3. Could be an easy cleanup here. Hermé, though, gonna make it as challenging as possible. Cutting it down to a 1v2. Cypher Cam knowing ball and should get some shots.
One enemy remaining.
Oh, it's a little dangerous now, but
Come on.
Mojo should be able to clean this round up. And good shooting there, and will manage to avoid the spike as well. Did look like they were walking towards it for a second there, but good round there from Post. I like the adaptation there. So, as we've seen this kind of B-take sort of evolve, right? It's, hey, we're giving the site retaking, and then we're just going to walk on a flank. Well, then if you're going to give that C site up, we're just going to walk all the way through your spawn. We're going to set up players well, and we're going to plant C. Good adaptation here from Post. And use that pressure that they're getting onto the site to get to another site and kind of
Nowhere to run!
And Mojo, I think managed to get 1 tag here. Is going to be ready for the walk up here, but no, Hannah will find the kill regardless. Dissident on the other side though does manage to find the kill here. Good spot out. Actually doesn't manage to, and now this is a completely flipped map here.
Blocking sight.
Are coming in from the attacker side here, and Dissident is going to shut them down. And Bray finds 1, trades going back
Last
and forth.
player standing.
And it's all down to just SteveJobless now, though.
One enemy remaining.
Oh, coming in! SteveJobless manages to find the kill. It was almost another ninja defuse there, but SteveJobless finding the clutch. Finding the timing on the first, and then an erratic spray into a walkthrough. And Post have now found a couple rounds on the board here. They can close out the last two, honestly. Despite the early struggles of the round, or this entire half, they put themselves in a position to potentially win this game. Dissident not gonna find anybody towards Elon here, and are there buys? Oh, it's just Sheriff's here for Northeastern, so a round
Turrets
that
destroyed.
likely will go to Post here as they're just gonna walk this to the Sheriffs. Nope, Dissident, who does just have a classic in hand now. I think the big thing is, yeah, there's a whip here. Gonna be broken. Bray should be aware of this on the flank. Gets the audio cues now. Oh, they check for Bray. Oh, they will. They get a gun now. And this is where things sort of start to get dangerous. Remember, Dissident doesn't have a
Lucky sight.
utility collapse coming through, and the
Last
Sheriff's...
player standing.
Wow! Northeastern just completely grouped to make it worth 3.56 seconds to spare. As it's just a
Last
firing
round
squad
before the
running through
switch.
the map. Yeah, I think just a really unfortunate situation there, and well executed utility from Northeastern. Some good shots. It felt like Post was very spread out, and the crossfires were either messed up by utility or just not there. A couple of guns going over, and
Standing ahead.
sort of a devastating round for Post, but if they can grab this last one, they're not in so bad of a situation. It's the classic old B hit. They're actually walking it towards A here. Oh no. As Post
Got your fun. Spike down. A.
Northeastern has read the plan. Wow, it is just fight after fight.
Last
here,
player
and
standing.
100 cheers come through, and wow, utility everywhere. A very messy round, but it'll go the way of
Switching sides.
Northeastern here. Get a 9-3
Look
half.
for my shadows, they will hide you. I need this.
And well,
Thank you.
the one thing Northeastern has to be worried about here is the 9-3 curse, iconic in Valorant.
Here.
We'll have to see if Post can make it happen. I think the big thing is Cypher is going to be set up at A here, but unfortunately this pistol round looks like Northeastern will be going towards the C site here. Mojo all alone. Just have some support from Garage though, so
Revealing
get
area.
Furion. Ooh, that jiggle peek does spot quite a few. This pistol round's so important for folks to get. Not to a must-win situation. Mojo struggling to survive on the site, but the kills are coming
Spike
through.
down,
Mojo found
C.
two. Dissident, another one. After the lurk, their garage.
Last
here.
player
Dissident
standing.
finds their second, and
Flawless.
a flawless pistol round for Post on a must-win round. Their first pistol of the series. This is where it all starts. From the pistol, you build into the second round. You get your guns. You want to make at least a difficult round on the third round to kind of force the other team back into a low econ situation. And then from the fourth round on, you're just taking as many rounds as you can. So we'll see if Post can follow the game plan here. This guy has just a ghost here, so maybe looking for an early op potentially. Scary situation where they could give their life here. Mojo with a Spectre. Too much trouble though. Manages to find
One
two,
enemy
goes down,
remaining.
and Dissident on the
Spike
other
down,
side
C.
collapses. makes that ghost work.
Gun here.
Who needs an actual rifle or anything? You can just find kills like that with the ghost. It's Mojo and Dissident combined for 4. Once again.
Is that the best you've got?
That round out. Yeah, about as clean of a round as you can get.
Everyone's motor functions okay? I know humans get tired.
Buy a gun in the round before, so they didn't actually lose a gun here. And yeah, Dissident's gonna go straight to that op, so that round 2 save gonna be converted into an op. This is a little bit of a dangerous strategy if it doesn't pay out, because Dissident will have not really the money to go into the next round here, but very good strategy if it pays off. Won't get knocked out of that line of sight. Does still have this dash available, so may look for a peek. And it's just very calm, slow play here. Do for Northeastern, as they will look to peek. The shot goes wide for Dissident, who will just have to back off. Look for a new angle, but now they're aware of that op, and they may just look to pivot straight out. Poro not ready for Mojo. Mojo will actually be able to recover that gun as well, so upgrading that Spectre to a full-on rifle.
Flashbang!
Shots coming through, but unfortunately not able to actually hop through the window. Is going to make it oh so difficult. Mojo just going to be able to hide back here, but going to get taken out, and suddenly looking at a 2v4.
Spike planted.
Northeastern have found their way into the round, and Oops. Gonna take a little bit of a look around, maybe try to recover a rifle, do some hero stuff, but nope. It's just gonna back off with this Guardian, I think. Yeah, the gun, unfortunately, all the way on Mojo's body in the back of C-site, so not particularly recoverable. Just gonna hold on to that Guardian, but honestly, Guardian, very, very, very solid gun. Pretty much does everything a Vandal does, except for being an automatic fire gun. But if you hit the head, it's still one shot. So not a bad gun to still have going into this next round, and they do save the op as well, so we'll have to see where they choose to place that. Unfortunately, the strongest round for an op is the round it first comes out, because teams may not expect it. Yeah, unfortunately, I don't think you can get onto that box anymore without using the updraft. And looks like with that smoke there, they're looking to kind of fake towards C and then go towards here. Are they aware of Mojo?
My ult is ready.
They seemed so aware of this possibility. Mojo's gonna manage to find two before going out. Wait, that's another one found from Bray as well. And now SteveJobless! He's gonna grab two more. What a play from Post. They all just kind of slow walked up. It seemed like Northeastern were aware that this was maybe a possibility here. Stevie will call a timeout here. Like they seemed aware that someone could be walking up. They seemed to check these angles, but Post just winning the fights there. I'm not quite sure what the game plan was here for Northeastern. Maybe they were just going to sit back, wait for Post to maybe take some space. Dia was thinking that they would push up, but plan not quite going their way. I guess the smoke C makes a lot of sense if you're doing that as well, because maybe stopping the C players from kind of pushing through that, not having to watch that as well, and just having to watch these kind of mid and A side angles. Assuming the op is going to be there maybe as well. Not really sure. But it seems like they read the play from post, but the gunfight's just going all the way of post there. Timeout over most of a buy here for Northeastern. But I think this is where it gets a little bit scary. Because
I am
you
everywhere.
lose this round, you give him 7.
Cover going out.
Don't have a lot of buys. Dissident 5 HP now. Got aggressive with the op, didn't pay off. Good news about an op though, your first bullet will kill, so 5 HP can still find a lot of value.
My camera is destroyed.
Let's see, Goops gonna be all alone on this site here. But it looks like they're just walking away from C here. I think the important thing is Bray has now walked all the way up through mid. See if they'll catch this potential flank here. They're so ready for it, but
Spike down.
Still lose
Attackers
anyways.
spawn.
It seems like they're reading these potential plays from post.
Shutting them down.
They're just not
One
winning the
suppressed.
gunfights, and Bray is just gonna get out of dodge
Flashbang.
there, so not gonna be a huge issue either. Now the round's completely stalled out, 35 seconds, and they're pivoting back towards the C site.
Here.
30
Placing
seconds
swarm
left.
Grenade. Swarm grenade out. I got the spike. Here.
Right, they can be ready for something here. SteveJobless is looking to hold, and Goops as well. SteveJobless manages to
Spike
find
down,
one, and
C.
it's gonna be a fight for a site to just try and stop this point from
Spike
happening,
planted.
but all the kills going the way of Northeastern. Dissident just 5 HP with this op. Not gonna bother to take the shot here, and it's gonna come down to a Mojo flank.
Enemy down.
Mojo finds one,
Scanning ahead.
gets the scan.
I am the hunter!
Last
Oh.
player standing.
He read the play properly, but unfortunately didn't win the gunfight, and it seems like that round the team that was reading the plays every time was the team losing the gunfights. It was that early gunfight that went the way of Bray on the flank, and then Mojo using that ult to try and draw outreach there, but did not pan out. Now we're looking at 11 rounds here. 1 round away from not just a map point, but a series point here. That's where things get dangerous. Post 2 still have buys here. Probably have buys even if they lose this round. But this does just feel like a
Get out of my
must-win
way.
round here. Dissident. He's gonna look for the off shot and finally gets that connection. Gonna make this round a lot easier for post here. That early op pick. Oh,
There.
the walkout very scary for someone like KO that's very immobile, doesn't have really any safety tools. Gonna come in this situation regardless, and now Dissident having the op on the correct angle here for this play. Flash gonna come through. Dissident looks for an op shot, and oh, it goes wide.
You should run.
And it's just gonna get out of dodge here.
Spike planted.
Now with the flanks coming through, the Killjoy ult's gonna stall some time here.
Take flight.
And a drone from Mojo. We'll spot that nobody's in this early part of the site. They're all fighting forward. Now, and,
One enemy
fights,
remaining.
and it's all down to just E here. He manages to find one, but quickly gets shut down. Beautiful plays from post here. And that Sova drone being so impactful to show that everybody's in sight. And the one rule about holding B site is you don't want to just all sit in B site. So if they're not playing out, they have to be playing in. And Post was just ready for the aggression to come through from Northeastern because of that. Dealt with it quite well. Now, we're looking on a low buy here for Northeastern.
Need a drop.
A round that is supposed to go the way of Post here. Dissident set up with this op here. See if anybody chooses to swing through. Does look like an opportunity. Finds one, chunked out a little bit, but thankfully just pistols, so not a big issue. Ooh, I really don't like this push here from Mojo. It's so scary to give up this gun. I mean, it could pay out, but it's very, very risky here if they cut back. Especially when you flank around before you're confident to just take these shots here to walk through potentially. Manages to find one on the timing. I think Mojo
Scanning
is
ahead.
Gonna
Found
out
them.
here. Looking to re-aggress. I don't know. So dangerous of a situation. Does manage to get out here, and now there's an op involved. And suddenly, it's masterly played. And Mojo jumping around as I say that.
30 seconds left.
Potentially, and ooh, that's a beautiful sheriff shot. That's a gun given over, and that's a beast potentially, especially if another gun knows the way of Northeastern.
One enemy remaining.
Oops, though.
Spike
Safe
down,
pair of
B.
hands. Dissident finds every with that op. Ooh, a very, very, very potential disaster round there for Post, but they navigate it well. They love to play on that knife's edge, do the things you kind of don't really expect. Some high risk, high reward type plays. Ooh. Sigh of relief here for Post. It's going to be another buy round here for Northeastern. However, if Post win this round, it's another save for Northeastern. It's 1 round behind. Suddenly things become a lot more realistic for this comeback. The Cypher Cam should spot out what's happening.
Scatter. Camera taken
Pretty
out.
much a standard hit here.
Cage caught one.
Scoops all alone.
They found my wire.
A little wide here, and Hannah just claimed that first kill. Make it a second.
Deploying drone.
Spike planted.
Sight take here.
And it
Now Post once again potentially in trouble here. We're gonna have to try and force their way onto the site.
revealing area.
And beautiful silver cutter does manage to spot.
Last player standing. Flawless.
Sight take not going the way of
here.
Post.
Gun
Map
here.
point, series point.
Match point.
Post should have buys until the end of the match at least, though. Plenty of money in the bank here. 4 rounds to potentially bring this into overtime. This is where it gets oh so difficult for Post. Dissident has made this op work quite well, in especially these slower rounds. Seems like it's going to be another walk up here. I'm worried about the pacing that's happening now, and Mojo just gonna walk through, finds one, gets out of dodge, and meanwhile on the site, there. As Hannah's gonna find one though. Distance down to low HP.
Enemy.
Should have this site. Gonna be a little bit of a dash away.
Spike
It's
planted.
just chaos right now. Hannah, 11 HP. In such a vulnerable position here. Crossfire gonna have to work out.
Like I never left!
Come back into form. Unfortunately, though, everyone else their post is going down.
Last player standing.
And it's down to just full SteveJobless.
Attackers
No
win.
time. The Sobel coming through, and unfortunately for Post, that is going to be a 2-0 loss. Northeastern better on the day. Mojo having another great match. 22 kills, top of the leaderboard. Fortunately, Northeastern finding the wins in the round. A lot of good things from both sides there. Very, very competitive match overall, especially in the second half. Just a little bit of a rough start there, I think, on that second map for Post. That being said, it is my time to leave. Have a wonderful night, everybody. We'll see you back next week.